First power in the tactics tree is Taser Pull. Taser Pull looks like this. It costs the same as Sticky Bomb and Intimidation and Distract, which are your cheapest powers to cast. This power will come in at a cost of 805, and my item level gear has increased since I made the powers in the devices tree. And I'll cast Sticky Bomb here just so you can see that they are in fact the same power cost. Taser Pull is a far range power, meaning you can use it at melee, mid-range, or max far range. 25 meters. The crosshair will turn red. You'll cast it and you'll register damage. The power interaction that Taser Pull inflicts is electrified effects, and it will only electrify one target. It's not a multi-target power. So you'll electrify one target, you'll pull and stun one target, and you'll only damage one target. Compared to Gauss Grenade, Gauss Grenade's electrified effects are yellow, Taser Pull's is blue. The Gadget's power set's theme color is blue. Despite the difference in color in the animation, they do exactly the same thing. The control effects, well, not the control effects, the electrified effects last for 12 seconds on Taser Pull, and I believe that's the same exact case for Gauss Grenade. A bit of more info on the power interactions. When you use something like Taser with Cryo Field, Cryo Foam, or Fear Gas, you will inflict explosive damage. Those powers benefit from targets that are electrified. When targets are electrified, you cast either one of those three, or all three of them if you were using that in a rotation, and you'll inflict explosive damage. And I'll get more into explosive damage once I get to Fear Gas and Cryo Foam and Cryo Field. But if you wanted to take advantage of explosive damage and its control effect, you have to electrify a target first, and you can do that with Taser Pull as well as Gauss Grenade, but we're talking about Taser Pull now. At the same time, Taser Pull inflicts a power interaction. It doesn't benefit from additional damage to targets that have a specific PI on them, and I'll get into that when I get into the damage part. In controller roll, Taser Pull will, just like in damage roll, it will apply the electrified effect to one target, it will damage one target, and in controller roll you'll pull one target and you'll also stun one target. So both roles, damage and controller, does the same thing. Of course, if the NPC has low willpower, you'll be able to control them in damage roll. However, it's only in controller roll that your stuns last longer. The stun will register first. No, I'm sorry, the pull will register first, followed by the stun. So the target, you'll pull him, and then once he's pulled towards you, the stun will register last. And because it's a type of stun that scales with your dominance, and that it works with the dominance rules, you'll keep that target stunned for a minimum of 15 seconds plus whatever your dominance is. And those are on NPCs that have no breakout profile. Obviously, most raid scenarios and instances have NPCs that break out. So in that situation, it doesn't matter, but you'll be able to physically pull them for a short time until they develop immunity. This power will, actually not will, but it's one of your power over time abilities. Sticky Bomb is one choice. Taser Pull is your other. And then you see the green lightning bolt underneath my name tag. Now the sparring target is giving me back power, so you're not going to be able to see the next part. Now I have two videos below this one, and basically, just to cut it short, because pot lasts for 25 seconds and gives power every 5 seconds, if there is a situation where you need to control an NPC and physically pull them, whether it's towards the tank or away from the tank for an objective, you can use Taser Pull, but I recommend that you cast Taser Pull and pull that target only when you see the blue numbers. There's a blue pot tick. As long as you cast Taser Pull when you see the blue pot tick numbers, you will not delay pot. And the reason for that is every time you cast pot, whether it's 2 seconds in, 3 seconds in, or 4 seconds in, you'll restart the timer, delaying pot. Now there you saw the pot tick, and there you saw a double tick. Now with me spamming this, 2 seconds in, 3 seconds in, I'm delaying the pot tick. And again, that's because every 5 seconds you'll get it. Now I'll leave it alone and you'll see in 5 seconds you get the pot tick. So whenever you need to pull a target, if it's an emergency or whatever it is, make sure you wait until you see the blue numbers. If you need to pull multiple targets right away, or a target right away, then yeah, go ahead and cast Taser Pull and you can interrupt the cycle. But I recommend that you use either an instant power heal supercharge like Word of Power, Backflip, Speed Drain, or Vacuum Bubble, or you use a supply drop. But you have to use some type of power that's going to allow you to give power to the group and to yourself so that you keep power flowing, because with you spamming it, you're not going to give power to anyone. So make sure that you call out, if you need to, take in charge of other people's supply drops so that you can ensure that there is a steady flow of power. The other thing too with Taser is that there's a jump trick that you can do, and there's a video below. What you do is you just jump, cast Taser Pull, and the target will fly over you, doubling your distance. In damage roll, you can benefit from Battle Display's power regen. Power regen is based off your power pool. And once I get down here, I'll show you. You don't need to hit a target with Battle Display to keep regen up. You could essentially just spam this, and post-game update 55's fixes, you'll keep it up. You just don't need to hit a target. And there you see me spamming it. Same with all the powers that inflict the power interaction. Just spam it, and assuming of course Battle Display's 3.4 second window isn't over, you can keep it up. Taser Pull is one of the powers that you can use with the advanced mechanic, the 3 power interactions into EMP or P-Dart. And I'll demonstrate that here quickly. Just again, make sure that when you're using Taser Pull and something like Fear Gas that I'm about to use here, you want to use those two together, especially when you're using something like Cryofoam with it. So, you can use Cryofoam first or use Cryofoam last, but in between, you have to make sure that you're using either Taser Pull or Gauss Grenade, only one of those because both of them electrify. And then you use Fear Gas right after them. And the reason for that, you want to register the burning tag. So that's what I recommend that you do every time that you use, if you use Taser Pull with Fear Gas. And Cryofoam in the same 3 PI rotation. And here I'll do Taser Pull, Fear Gas, Sticky Bomb, and then P-Dart. This isn't an ideal loadout that you would use. I'm just showing you to so that you can see the AM damage register. And I'll go to my damage out tab.
Scanning.
And there you saw the damage. Taser Pull is a burst power, and there you see the burst damage. See burning cell up. Here you'll see the burst damage. It is a single target power. Okay, so it's burst damage, single target. What it has in common with all the other burst powers: Napalm, Vortex Cannon, Neural Neutralizer, Gauss Grenade. Without a power interaction, they deal the same damage range. Now, if I remember correctly, my damage range with my CR versus this target CR and my might, it should deal from mid 3,000 to maybe mid 4,000 for both Taser and Gauss Grenade with no power interaction. That blast adapter just went off, that's why you saw it get knocked down. And here you see around a 3,000, 4,000 range. Exclude the crits for now. And of course with Gauss, you'll see the same damage range. Just ignore the crits because that's not what I'm trying to look at. And And again, same damage range. That's because they had the same base damage. However, Gauss Grenade and Taser Pull are different in that here you see under power interactions, Taser Pull only electrifies. Underneath it, there's nothing there except for controller role information. Gauss Grenade says power interactions electrifies enemies. However, underneath that, it says frostbitten enemies take additional damage. And like I said earlier, Taser Pull only inflicts power interactions. It does not benefit from a 50% PI buff. Or at least I'm pretty sure I said that in this video. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. You saw the 3000 to 4000 range on both of them. Now we'll apply Frostbite to this target. You'll see Gauss Grenade will deal something in the 5000s range. And then Taser Pull will continue to deal 3000 to 4000 damage. And here you see 5000, 6000, and Taser Pull still does the same, 3000 non-crits. That's what I mean when I'm talking about 50% PI buff. So again, Taser Pull does not benefit from that. Last bit is that Taser Pull, the attacks from Taser Pull will hit an encasement, but they will not register on the target inside the encasement. So that if you're looking to damage a target inside, the Taser Pull is not going to work. However, you don't need to hit the target inside to register damage for the PI AM. And what I'm trying to I'll be more specific. What I mean is that even though the target is encased and you can't do damage to it, post game update 55, you don't need to hit a target not just for battle displays power regen, but you don't need to hit a target just to get yourself tagged, so that you can do a big hit on P-Dart or EMP. So you could essentially just throw it randomly at nothing, and then there you saw that I did AM damage. So the 3 PIs, they don't need to hit a target. You just need to cast them and in the proper sequence, and then you'll do the AM damage.